Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwoodFM Gaming. I'm Ed, recording the intro for the second time because I didn't click record because I'm an idiot. Today we are playing Dortmund in the Champions League. It's our second game against them, game number 4 in Group A, and it's real crucial. So yes, welcome back. I'll jump to the Champions League game because it's there. We lost 4-3 in that first game to them. Yeah, it was actually real close, as 4-3 would suggest. They went 3-0 up inside the first half an hour or so. We got one back just before half-time with Lionel Sonner getting on the score sheet and then getting himself on the red card sheet just after the half-time kickoff. Second half kickoff. Ed, come on, get your head right. They then proceeded to score to make it 4-1, but then Zuniga and Verheyen got on the score sheet to make it 4-3. And we had a couple of chances from corners, but it just wouldn't quite drop for us, which is a real shame. But it's much better to lose 4-3 than the 5-1 hammering we had last year against Leipzig. So against them last year, we needed to win that final game to go through in the group. Not last year, season before, sorry. And we basically need to score 5 without reply. It just was ridiculous. But at least this has given us a chance over the other games coming up. Especially that 2-1 loss to Napoli as well. So 2 1-goal deficit losses means a 2-goal net gain on the win. Well, you know what I mean. Basically, the head-to-head's not too bad this year. Other games, so we've played 4 games in the league. Sparta, we won 2-1 with Zuniga and Boghosian, on the score sheet. Ajax, which was not so even, but they made it look even. We won 3-2. Rahak, Patrick and Marta back from injury, which is nice. Bit of a horrible 0-0 draw against Groningen. There was not one highlight in that game. Real terrible stuff. And a 5-0 demolition of Zwolle, where Sonner got 2, Brecky Gretsen got 3, and it should have been more than 5. It should have been about 7 or 8, but hey-ho. Sandwiched in there is a second-round cup win against Twente from the division below. Rotated team. 2 highlights all game. One was their red card. The other was our goal. We made hard work of it, but at least we're through this year, which makes a nice change. So where that leaves us in our Champions League group is Napoli and Dortmund have both played, well, we've all played 3. They've got 7 points, we've got 3 points, and Dynamo have 0. Dynamo should just be a walkover. We can probably draw against one of Napoli and Dortmund and then just hope the result goes our way, but obviously I'd rather just win one of them. That makes the most sense. In fact, we do need results to go away anyway, because even one win won't be enough. Maths, actually 1 win will be enough against the right opponent because they play each other, so they can't take maximum points. My maths brain is not working today. And in the league, we are second. So 11 games played, 28 points. Vitesse first 11 games played, 29 points. Basically, we've lost a game where they drew a game. Bit rubbish, but you know, it's a long season, we're only a point behind, so I'm not too concerned at this stage. But you're not going to see any league action today, so let's focus on the Champions League. Dortmund, wow, I'm nervous, and Sonner is suspended because of that red card, and I've neglected that massively when it came to the reserves. Hold on a second. And I found my solution. So, in goal, we've got Julio Cesar, we've got Matusek, De Koning, Boghosian, and Gutjes at the back, with Prazak Verheyen in the middle, Rahak and Boss on the wings, and then Marta and Gretsen up front. Few tough calls here. So, I mean, Burnett always plays well. His average rating is the same as Prazak, but he comes off the bench a lot. So, ideally I play them both. We just don't play with 2 defensive players, but maybe we'll look to do that if we are holding on to something or struggling and just try something different. In addition, left back, we've obviously got Krizek, the guy we've got on loan from Inter Milan. His arrows are terrible, by the way. He's good. He's really good. 3.5 star, but Gutjes is one of our own, so we'll play him. Boss wasn't really a decision because obviously Sonner is injured. The only decision I could have made there really was play Fred Franken, but he's just played a reserves game, so he's shattered. Bless him. So we are playing Boss, who we did bring on loan. He is Dutch. I think I mentioned I was trying to sign him and he came in on loan. His attributes look really good, but he just hasn't performed in the games he's played. He's not played many, granted, and he's only started 1 in the cup, but he's just not taking his chances at all. The final questionable one really was, do I play Marta or Zuniga? In fact, Zuniga's played a reserves game as well, so he's not even going to get on the bench, so that's not a decision. So I was just really stupid, wasn't I? So here whoa, what the hell is that? Okay, they're playing a 3-4-1-2, which is extremely attacking. Leno in goal, obviously a familiar name. Emre Can. Did he used to play for Dortmund? No, he played for Bayern. Deary me, I just don't know the difference between German clubs. Got a nice new gen centre back, valued at almost 50 million. Pulisic on the right, Lewis Cook in the middle. Julian, yeah, this guy I've heard of. Weigl. New gen on the left hand side, who's primarily a left back or left wing back, but valued at 44 million, so that's super. Then a new gen front three with Barillo, who looks not that amazing. Andre, who looks pretty tidy, bless him. And Ngoma, who looks disturbingly good. So yeah, it's gonna be hard. Really got our work cut out for us. We're just gonna carry on with the same formation and tactic as always, to be honest, because I don't know what else to do. I'm the absolute worst. I haven't seen anyone play with this formation on this game, so it's gonna be interesting to see what we can do against it and how our tactic sort of measures up. But we do have a really early highlight here, a minute in. I hope it goes to us. Throwing on the right, the left. My word, my brain is everywhere. Bosses down the left, crosses it into the back stick for a hack. Why has he gone for goal from there? He should have just cut it back. Another throw-in, Gutierrez with a terrible throw-in, but Prazak does steal it. Boss decides he's not going to put his foot on the ball and just give it away. And now Dortmund come forward down the right-hand side. Oh, Bogosian steals it back. Positive. This might play into our hands, with them being so attacking. It might give us a long ball option, which we seem to be quite good at, even though we normally do shorter passing and retain possession. Gutierrez, big ball forwards. It's pretty aimless. I probably should have held the happy tactical talk until we've actually done something. Yeah, here they come. They're just going to cut through us at will here now, aren't they? The highlight's gone on too long. Pulisic. Oh, no. Julio Cesar has had an absolute nightmare. So they have it here on the right. Pulisic crosses and Cesar is just in absolute no man's land. But we do have another throw on the left, which I thought was a good source early. We've had one good, one bad now, just a terrible one. So maybe throws on the left aren't to be desired. And no. Why is this a thing? Oh, Lewis Cook. Why are you doing this to me, man? Another highlight, 12 minutes. This is not good. I hope that this might play into our hands with their formation, but they're cutting through us. And it's another chance. Something's got to change now because it's not working, is it? I think we don't do this push higher stuff. I think we just drop to normal and go counter. We're currently retaining possession. Not so bothered about. No, I am bothered about preventing goal kick distribution. Short one. I just think if we can force them long and keep them back, fine. And if we can hit them on the break, fine. But I'm not going to try and play the possession game. Even though we're winning it, we're not winning the good possession game. Throwing on the right-hand side this time, Matusek, Verheyen, Prazak in the middle now, about 40 yards out. Puts it through. Marta somehow gets onto it, and then it's pushed out by Leno straight to Boss, who puts it wide. Start of the highlight was Boss giving it away while chesting it down, so that's not a good sign. Weigl in the middle for Dortmund. Was that a shot? Doesn't worth my time. Okay, so half time is here. We are 2-0 down. I'm going to say I'm not happy, and I'm going to have a look at the analysis, which I never do, but I just want to make sure I haven't changed the formation or anything. Yes, they're still using 3-4-1-2, which isn't the worst. I think what I need to do is clear the ball to the flanks and maybe be a bit more direct, which I don't mind so much. We'll give it a whirl because they've literally changed it the moment I've done that, which is incredibly annoying. So let's go back to mixed, retain, and not clearing the ball to the flanks. Looks like an absolute mug now, don't I? Highlight, Dortmund start with it, but it looks like we win it back quite early. Boss with a terrible pass. My word, he's coming off. I don't care. We don't have anyone who can play left attacking mid, left winger, whatever you want to call it these days. But I don't particularly care. I'm fed up with that. So I'm going to actually bring on Roivers to play there. He can play as an inside forward. Sure, I've not really done this before on FM 18. I haven't really done inside forwards at all. But then we're going to turn. Actually, no. Yeah, Gutierrez can come off for Krizek, who is a bit more attacking generally. I've got a really bad itch. Wing back, support. Sure, that looks good. Whereas you can go back onto control and you know what? Let's sort of Hail Mary it. Let's get stuck in and just try and smash them out and try and force some pressure in the middle for them, because nothing's happened this second half so far. Time for one last change because we can make it, so why not? So Burnett can actually come on for Prazak, as Prazak is struggling. And we flicked it onto attacking with about 15 minutes to go. I'm not expecting anything from this. Dortmund are a class above us, to be totally honest. I think we got fairly lucky in that first game to make it look so good. But we are out of the Champions League, basically. The Napoli score has been flashing up. I've seen it on the table at the bottom. They've got 10 points. We've got 3 with 2 games left. So we're out of the Champions League again. I know the Champions League's hard, right? I get it. I understand. It's the Champions League. That's the point of the competition. See, I'm with it. But I feel as if the 2 years we've been in it, we've been handed some horrific draws. To get Leipzig and Man City in the first year was bad. Napoli and Dortmund, just horrific. And the players we can attract, we can't. The maximum wage we're allowed to pay, regardless of how good my wage budget is, and the financial management of the club is ridiculously good. I can only offer 24k as a maximum wage. At least I could at last check about 3 months ago. And that's not going to get you anything. And yes, I know some people can win the Champions League in ridiculously small nations, but that's probably after building up the team and the players over many, many years. We've been in the Champions League for 2 seasons out of 3. I don't think that's really... I mean, look at this. It's not a territory where we can get players like this. So this is someone I think I mentioned previously, plays for the Czech Republic, had no contract but wouldn't sign. Went to Besiktas. I think Dodgy Gamer told me how to pronounce it. Ridiculously good. Really good. Wants between 43 and 88. How much can we offer? We can offer 24.5k. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. But yeah, that is in there. The confirmation we are out of the Champions League already, which is fantastic. I mean, as long as Dynamo don't win their other game against Dortmund, or even draw against them, then we're through. If they lose that game, we're through. Unless they beat us 7-0, which is incredibly unlikely, but you never know. Yeah, horrible. I do remember actually saying I was going to do that in Vitesse, but I'm not fussed about Vitesse after that. I'm more fussed by just... I know the league is really important, but I kind of want to just get through to see what we got in the Europa League. Next games you might see might well be the Europa League. I might do League and Europa League draw, something like that. You'll see it soon, just for me, yeah. Ooh, oh, I'm sad. But if you've enjoyed that, please do like, comment, subscribe. We'll try again next year, our final season. I don't know what we're going to do in it, but if all else fails, there'll always be the Europa League to drop down into, right? Thanks for watching.